everybody. My name is Fred, and I am your host for On Your Mark, Get Set, Bro. Yeah, so this is the premiere show for On Your Mark, Get Set, Bro. And today is December 16th. So let me go ahead and just give you a little bit of backstory on what happened. Um, we, I'm gonna have more than one co-host. For sure one, but possibly two. We tried doing a pre-recording a few days ago. It didn't go quite the way we planned it. We ran into multiple technical difficulties. When we thought we had them all ironed out, no, the recordings were all corrupted. So I couldn't use them. But today is December 16th, and I did promise a premiere show today, and we are going to make that happen. Absolutely. So, what do they say in Hollywood? Showbiz. Not that this is showbiz, because it's not. The show must go on. And you know what? It will. We're still going to have fun. We're still going to have a show. And I think the main reason we're able to do that is because this is not scripted. Nothing here is scripted. We do have a list of topics we want to talk about or touch on, if you will. So, we never know what direction those topics are going to go in. So, and that's what it's all about. That's how we bros operate, right? We can talk about start something and it can go into one of many different directions, right? So that's really how this show is that's the format of this show. So we can still do that with me, right? Solo. What helps? Yeah, so to have another bro here, which, you know what? I was thinking if I'm going to have to do this show solo, um, I'm going to invite a guest. So we are going to have a guest on the show today. You'll get to meet him. He's an awesome guy. Known him for years. You'll see for yourself. He's a great guy. He's a bro, right? So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But we did have one other person who called in. He thought he missed the show premiere. And no, he didn't. He called in. His name is Jose Fina. He lives in another time zone that conflicts with ours and our days, right? So I'm not sure that we'll ever be able to have him on a show. But you know what? You never know. We'll see what we can do to make that happen. In the meantime, I got his permission to record our phone conversation. He called in to wish us well, and he also agreed. Hey, he's okay with being on pre-recorded calls in future episodes. So again, his name is Jose Fina. I'm gonna play that conversation so you can hear it from directly from his mouth. Okay, well, so here we go. Hello.
Hi, this is Josefina. Can I speak with Fred?
This is he. Hey, how are you, Jose Fina?
I'm good. Hey, listen, I can't remember when your show starts. Is it today or mañana?
It's actually today. Thanks for remembering.
Oh, good. I was scared I missed it. I just want to wish you the best of luck. And if I can help myself to you, I will. I mean, if I can help you, let me know.
Thank you, Jose Fina. I really do appreciate that. Hey, I have a question. Do you mind if I add your calls to the show every once in a while?
Oh, no, not at all. I will do anything to back you up.
Excuse me?
I mean, do you know what I mean? I will help you in any position you need me in.
Well, thank you, Jose Fina. I think. Anyway, thanks for calling and checking on me and on the show. You have a great evening, okay?
Okay, mira, when I go to bed tonight, I'm going to think about the show and all the bros. Mwah. Ciao.
Well, yeah, so there you have it, folks. That was Jose Fina. We look forward to having those recorded conversations going forward. You know what? We do. You know why? Because we don't discriminate. So yeah, that's Jose Fina. Look, I look forward to those, those conversations with Jose, and we'll see how it goes on the future episodes. And yeah, welcome on board, Jose Fina. I know you're watching this wherever you are. So thank you very much. We really do appreciate the well wishes. Again, everybody, we're doing this show solo for now. Hopefully, in the next episode, I'll have at least one of the co hosts, and we'll have the full crew. Um, and in the meantime, we're going to have a guest today. His name is TJ. So we're going to take a short break. And when we return, we'll have TJ. So we'll see you then. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. And as promised, I have my first guest for the premiere show. On your mark, get set, bro. I want to introduce you to my first guest for the premiere show, the first guest ever for On Your Mark, Get Set, Go. TJ. TJ's in the house. Welcome, TJ. Outstanding. Thank you for being here, bro.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know it was short notice.
Yeah, it was quite the commute.
Yeah, and I think I told you about all the technical difficulties we experienced in the first recordings, and we couldn't get back together. Scheduling conflicts, right? We have personal lives, so yeah, I understand, man. So we're gonna make it work. I promised the show on the 16th, and here we go. I appreciate it again, once again. So
Technical difficulties, man. Let's
yes, it
not have them
happens,
right now.
dude. I know, man. Hey, we can't help it. It's part of life, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. But you know what? As I was getting set up, dude, and speaking of life and what happens in life is, I was looking out the window, man, and I see all these kids, on their scooters, their bicycles and stuff, and
Just living life.
living life, man. And one of the things I couldn't help but think of is when I was a kid. Um, the kids. I don't know if the kids on our street are just tougher. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I look at other neighborhoods and see kids on the scooters and bicycles and skateboards and so on. And what are they wearing, dude? They got helmets,
Yeah.
elbow pads, knee pads, right? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that because, safety should always come first. But I remember when I was a kid, if we saw a kid, one of our friends wearing that shit, dude,
Oh, no, not
oh,
at
we'd
all.
laugh him off the street,
I feel
man.
like your generation is the same. It's the same thing as your generation from mine to what we're seeing now.
Right.
Everybody's just
Yeah.
super.
I think it's society, dude. I think it's society where in a way, I think they've created this weakness mentality, man. So
It's something, but I see myself sort of falling in that too because my mom or dad would let me go around the whole neighborhood, right?
right,
I'd
right,
be
right.
a mile or two, 5 miles from house on my bike, and I was out all day. Come back at when it starts to get dark, and that was the way, and it was fine. But I wouldn't want my kids going
Right.
too far, even though
Right.
I'm still. I
Right.
try to think that I'm more old school, like,
Right.
oh, let my kids go out and do the outside play thing. But yeah, I'm sort of falling into that too.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't want them going too far.
No, I get it,
Yeah.
man. I get it. No, because not only has not only is it a weakening, I think, in society, right? But
Some
it's gotten worse, dude. I mean, it's more dangerous than when I was a kid. Way more dangerous.
it is. There's more people out there,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know,
Well, it is part of life as well, man, and we just go with the flow, right? I mean, we adjust as people, I
and you hear
think.
the horror stories, and so you just try to keep the kids close, and so I get it.
Right.
But yeah, you're right, man. It's a generation thing.
It is. It really is, man. And you know what? I mean, it's just like when we were kids, our parents would say the same thing, right?
Yeah.
About us, right? And it just passes on from generation to generation.
Yeah,
So
it's funny how it changes like that.
it does, right?
Once you
Yeah,
start
man.
having birthdays.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And it seems like the older you get, the faster time goes, dude. I don't know, man. It's a mental thing, dude. Like I don't know, what age do you think time started going faster for you?
Nothing tells you that or shows you that time passes more than seeing your kids
Mm-hmm.
age.
Yeah,
6 years ago, I have two boys.
right,
Oldest is 6,
right.
and 6 years ago, I mean,
It seems like yesterday, right?
right.
Whew.
And now I'm buying him bikes. I'm going to
He's
jujitsu now.
outgrowing them.
Yeah, I'm like, so just looking at the kids,
Yeah,
for me, that's what really shows you how
right.
time
Yeah,
flies.
whatever age that is, right?
Yeah, when we moved into this house just a few years ago, my second boy wasn't even born,
Right.
and now he's about to turn 4.
Yeah,
And
by the
I feel like I've
way,
just moved in.
his youngest is the only true Texan in the family. This
Yeah.
guy right here, TJ, he's from Washington State.
Dude,
He
don't
moved
rat
to
me
Texas.
out.
And I know TJ, I've heard it all. We've heard it all before, right? You weren't born in Texas, but you got here as quick as you could,
As quick
right?
as I could. It took me 30 years, but no,
Hey
I
man,
know.
hey man, I was gonna ask you, dude. I mean, I know it's we're just getting started. But one of the things that I want to do on this on the show is I want to have a beer drink
Yeah,
review of some time.
little birdie told me we were having a taste test.
Bam! What is that? What does that sound like to you, man?
Daytime
It
drunk.
sounds like that sounds like a shot, dude.
Oh man,
Yeah,
same,
look at
same.
this. Look at this.
Ooh.
I have my own shot glass
He only
here.
has one though. That's not cool.
No, I've got one for you, man. You're gonna like this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can't. Oh wait a minute. You're not. Oh wait a minute. You're from Seattle.
Hey, Nerds almost had it. a couple
Almost
years-
had it 2
What
years
happened to
ago.
this year?
You know what?
You were one telling me that.
I did. I did tell you that.
They
And
were
you know
gonna be the
what?
one to reckon with.
I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example here of what I meant by that. Because I said the Mariners,
It's been
2 years ago reminded me of the Astros in 2015, right? They did because the Astros were that close to moving to the second round in
I thought you were
the
going to talk
playoffs.
about 2017. I was like,
Well,
they were
and this is where
champs.
I'm going with that,
Oh,
okay?
okay, I
So
got you.
I said the Mariners 2 years ago, and I stick by this, okay? Remind me of the 2015 Astros, because that 2015 Astros team, I was thinking, wow, 2016, they're going to blow it up. They didn't. They
Uh-huh.
relapsed that 1 year. What happened the year after that? 2017.
They brought it home.
Right. So that tells me that, you know what? Mariners, they were that good 2 years ago. The Astros 2015. This past year, they relapsed.
Yeah, I know.
Watch out for the Mariners coming up, dude.
You think that
I'm
kind of lit
telling
a
you.
fire?
I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah.
Were the
And you're gonna catch us on the downslope too, because I think the Astros are maybe I'm not gonna say they're not good because they are still good.
did they have a 20? What did we have? A 22-year lull from playoffs?
Oh no. But you know what? The Astros, that was their first World Series, 2017. The first win. They went back, I think in 2005. I think it was when the Astros went to the World Series in the National League. They were a National League team
Oh,
before.
shit,
So
I didn't know that.
yeah. So the
Maybe
only
you're
team
not.
that I know of that has made it to the World Series in two different leagues, the National League and the American League. And if someone out there who's listening and watching this, if they want to correct me, hey, send a comment. But as far as I know, I think is the only team that has made the World Series in two
Yeah,
different
I
leagues.
wouldn't know that stat. So
Yeah,
you're probably
yeah.
right.
Yeah, man. So how about it, dude?
Yeah,
So
let's do
look,
it.
you know, I
What's the
knew
flavor? What's the
I
flavor
knew you
today?
wouldn't probably wouldn't want to drink out of that, so I got you a red Solo shot cup,
I sure do
dude.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
man. So hey, yeah, look. Hold on one second. Yeah, this is the one, dude. You want to hold that up?
Little Devil's River. Sorry, blocking the
Oh man, yeah,
good stuff.
this is some good stuff. This is some good sipping. They're not a sponsor, but I don't care because I love this whiskey.
We welcome sponsors, though.
We do welcome
Sponsors
sponsors.
welcome.
Yeah, so this is a Texas small batch Texas bourbon whiskey. This is awesome for sipping. You don't want to mix anything with this unless it's a Scottish whiskey. Then you can mix Coke
I
with that.
forgot that. Don't mix Coke with Scotch. Damn it. I forgot that this. I thought it was Kentucky. I forgot it was Texas.
Yeah. You thought we were in the state of Kentucky?
No, I thought that it was
Have
a
you-
Kentucky bourbon.
Have you already?
I thought that, dude. I didn't know it was a Texas bourbon.
No, this is Texas, man. This is a Texas bourbon whiskey. It's small batch, Devil's River. Yeah, so I mean, we're gonna sip on this, man. I mean, we got to do this. And you know what? I know we've had this before already, right? But we'll give a critique anyway, right?
Yeah, no, this is good stuff. I like it.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah. So to the premiere show, you know, I want to have you on as a guest more often.
Yes,
man, 'cause
sir.
you're
Cheers,
awesome,
cheers.
dude.
Yeah.
Right here. Cheers. To on your mark. Get set, bro. This is
It
good
goes
stuff,
down
man.
great.
Man,
You could sip that all day.
all day long. You don't have to add ice to it.
I was just gonna say that.
Nothing. You don't
That's a
need
rocks drink or a neat drink. It's good.
straight from the bottle. Awesome. It's perfect.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, man. So thanks for that. Yeah, we'll sip on those, man.
Next time,
as we continue.
next time I'll bring that Scotch over.
Definitely.
No Coke allowed.
I got the
We'll
Coke. Oh, what? No Coke?
do-
Okay. Yeah. And the reason we're laughing about that is because we went to a Texas. Was it a Tex? No, it was a craft show.
Craft
It was
show,
a
yeah.
craft
We were
show.
selling stuff.
I had some Texas signs out there. TJ makes some cutting boards, and he had some out there. And you know what? I'm not gonna say where it was because I don't know, we were allowed to take any adult
Yeah.
beverages in that park,
Keep
but
it quiet.
yeah, so I won't mention the park or when or where it was, or anything, right? I won't even say what state it was in.
We
Yeah,
weren't- we weren't here.
no. Okay, so yeah, so he brought some Scottish whiskey, and I had some Cokes in a
It
cooler.
was single malt too. It was nice.
Yeah, well,
Lagavulin.
oh,
Lagavulin, 16-year,
that's awesome, man.
super good.
Yeah.
And,
Well, where I
yeah.
messed up is he poured me some in my cup. And when he poured it, I was like, okay, that's good. That's enough. Because I was going to make a drink out of it, right? And I said, that's enough right there. It's like, are you sure, man? You don't want any more? No, that's good. Because then I whooped out the Coke, poured it in there, and I was like, okay, now I have a drink. He's like,
I
no,
look
you did
back-
not. You did not just add Coke.
I look back and I see this guy pouring Coke and a single malt.
Yeah, don't do that. That was one of those don't ever do's. Yeah, and I haven't done it since. But you know, I was going to give you a fast fact about whiskey, man. I don't know if you knew this. But
What is it?
American and Irish whiskeys, those are the only two countries that spell whiskey with an E. Whiskey. Yeah.
I did notice that there was differences. I just didn't know that they were the only ones
Yeah,
that did
yeah.
it.
No, Canadian,
And like
Scottish,
they put just the
and
Y, right?
Japanese just put the Y. So, I guess the moral of the story is, if you spell your whiskey with an E, that's the good stuff, right? And I'll just leave it there. So, so
Of
yeah,
your
man.
own analysis.
Yeah, that's my own personal opinion and analysis. Yeah, so yeah, man. So yeah, that was the drink we made on that day, man, with the Scottish whiskey and
All's
Coke.
forgiven.
And I will
It's
never
okay.
recommend it to anyone because it was not very good.
He couldn't handle that smoke. you know.
That's what it was. It was
the
smoked.
peat. It was peaty.
Yeah. Yeah, and I did mention that TJ here, he's from Washington State, and the first thing I thought of is the Pacific Northwest, right? And when anyone
I know where this is going.
when anyone thinks of the Pacific Northwest, what is the first thought that comes to their head?
Bigfoot.
Right there.
I knew it.
Right there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Dude, okay, come on, bro. Real or not?
No, he's too damn. Okay,
How many times have you been out in the
Bigfoot,
woods out there?
a bunch.
Wait, let me ask one more question and I'll let you. Okay.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Have you ever experienced anything out there that you couldn't explain?
In the woods?
Yeah.
Not off the top of my head. No, I don't think so. I don't
Okay.
know if I've spent enough time in the woods though. I'm not like one of them deep,
Right. Right.
outdoors dudes who goes camping for like a week off the grid. I don't
Okay.
do that.
Okay.
But I've been out into the woods enough. There can't be a Bigfoot. Here's why.
Okay.
If there were one,
Mhm.
okay, if
Yeah.
there were just one,
Right.
maybe he could elude humans for all of eternity.
Right.
But you can't keep a species
Something that
going
big.
without a community, right? You
Right.
have to have a bunch of them.
But who says there's only one?
Well, how could there only be one for all of this time? The time that people have been talking about it, right? So if there's gonna be a Bigfoot, there needs to be a bunch of them, or there can't be.
But who's
any
to
of them.
say there aren't a bunch of them? And okay, look, I'm going to
And-
give you an example of why it might be real.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, so the mountain gorilla, silverback.
Yeah,
When was it discovered?
they got him at the zoo.
Yeah, but
I
when
don't know.
when did they say it exists? It was in 1902. Okay. Prior to that,
Okay.
everyone was talking about the mountain gorilla as being a myth. It doesn't exist. Because they were describing it as a 6-foot tall creature over 400 pounds, and science said impossible. Couldn't exist.
Are they 6 feet when they stand up?
Yeah, heck yeah, man. The males are 6 foot tall, 400 and something pounds. Something that big was hiding forever, right? And people before 1902 were saying it's real, it exists. So who's to say Bigfoot doesn't exist?
I think that the amount of time we've been looking for him, and it's not 1902 anymore.
You're right, technology,
The
right?
amount of people
I
that have
get
been
it.
looking
I
for
get
him,
it.
the tech we have,
All right.
the evidence doesn't add up to a small civilization of Bigfoots existing, and we just got
We're supposed to have one out here in Texas, right?
no.
East Texas, yes. The border of Louisiana in the Sam Houston National Forest.
I feel like if any state was
And
gonna
they're
catch
supposed to
something,
be more aggressive than the pansy Pacific Northwest Bigfoot.
I
But you
feel
know
like
what?
if
You won't
any-
be offended by that because it doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't. If anyone was gonna shoot and kill that big fucker, it would be Texas.
Oh,
That's
thank
proof
you.
enough. We would
Thank
have
you.
it. It would be mounted on a wall,
All right.
and it's not.
I get it. I
So
get it.
that's where I stand
Okay.
on it. But,
All right.
we can let the Bigfoot myth, linger on if you.
No. We'll just leave that out to the viewers, right?
Can we
Hey,
put up like a poll? Do you have a poll?
I don't have a poll, man, but you know what? I'll create a poll
We need to figure out a
from the
poll.
comments that we receive, right?
Let's see what your audience.
We'll say, when in your
Thanks.
comments, you can just say Bigfoot. Does Bigfoot exist? You can just say yes or no. You just put BF equals Y or BF equals no. That's it. Oh, you know what? I've never witnessed a Bigfoot, but I do watch some of the shows, dude.
Hey, they're bringing
Expedition Bigfoot, man.
they're bringing the mammoth back.
Oh, they're like with
I
the
heard
gene, the DNA.
Yeah. I heard
Yeah,
it on,
yeah,
I think I
yeah.
heard it on Rogan.
Okay,
Rogan was saying
I
that
believe it, man.
science. It's kind of like Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
You know how they
right,
they
right,
found DNA from maybe in the ice on this one.
right.
It probably wasn't in sap. It was probably in ice.
Yeah.
And they're bringing back the mammoth.
Wow. How do you feel about that, man?
I mean, I don't know. Mammoths are cool. I don't have nothing.
Yeah,
against
but
them.
you know what? Once you get, I guess, approval, right, for the mammoth,
Yeah, bring it
what's
back.
next?
I know.
They're gonna say, well, you know what? You
they're
did the
gonna create-
mammoth. Why not do the Triceratops?
right? They're gonna create an.
Well, you
island
already have a
from-
Triceratops. You can't have a Triceratops without a Brontosaurus.
Let's just do the whole thing.
You see, it's
Get an
I
island.
don't know,
Create a
man.
huge problem. Send people out there.
I don't know, man.
Let's
You know,
have-
you know what I think that is.
You know how
To
much
me, that's
money-
playing God,
You know how much money it would make?
man.
Humans, we love to play God, dude. It's all about that money.
It is.
They would.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Ah,
Kind
you're
of seems
right.
like that's
No,
where
I agree.
the direction that things are going. So I think they're bringing back the mammoth. That's what I heard on that show, and I think they were even flirting with ideas of bringing back other stuff like a saber tooth or some
Oh,
crazy shit.
dude.
Yeah.
What is the other, that big wolf? The dire wolf,
Could
right?
you imagine a saber tooth walking around?
Oh, can you imagine a dire wolf though? I mean, okay, look.
Wait, a
They
what?
say all dogs
Go
came
ahead.
from, well, that too. Yeah, I believe that. But they say that all dogs came from the wolf
I,
bloodline, right?
I believe that. I
Come
mean,
on.
except
You're telling
Frenchies.
me a Pomeranian is
Like
part wolf.
that guy. No, they made that
C-
thing.
come
It's like
on,
Frenchies, right?
man.
You crossbreed and you figure out how to make what you want, and over time you can make it.
Okay.
So
All right.
I guess if you were to trace it back far enough, a Frenchie might.
All
have
right.
it. I
Well,
don't know. I doubt it.
it's a Pomeranians
And Frenchies,
and Frenchies.
the most useless dogs. You know, they're good company, but
Oh, that's what they're for. And you know what? Each animal has a purpose. Hey, let me ask you on the side, man.
yeah.
If you could take any animal,
Okay.
which animal would it be?
If I
Name
could-
an animal you think you can take.
Oh, like,
I think I can. You know what? I'm not gonna.
fight.
Yeah, and win.
You know who I want to fight? I'm gonna cut you off. I want to fight a straight up kangaroo. I've seen those things. They're yacked.
Have you
They
seen how,
square off.
Dude.
I want to do it.
dude? Bro, have you seen how they kick with their legs?
Yeah. and-
They hold their weight on their tail, dude.
they're
They
gangster.
lean back on their tail and just
Yeah, they kick and they're super
And then they-
shredded.
punch,
hmm
dude.
I saw a video of that one.
Yeah.
I think everyone's seen that one. Where
And
that
you
guy
want
squares
you
off.
want to you want to take that on?
Dude, yeah. I want to give it a shot. I think
Yeah,
can
no,
do
I
it.
don't. No, man, I would avoid a kangaroo.
You
That's
can't,
for sure.
I don't know. You can't fight something bitch. What would you fight?
Uh,
Silverback.
no. I'm not saying what I want to fight. I'm saying which animal do you think you
Oh,
can fight and win?
I don't know. Maybe the
Right.
kangaroo would probably take
Yeah,
me.
I'm not even gonna say mouse, dude, because they carry diseases, man. You don't want to get bitten by one of them things. So,
Step on it. That was easy.
yeah, step on it. Make
What
sure you
else?
wear boots, right?
Could I take?
I think I could
I think I
take.
could take a small gator.
I think I could take a possum.
Yeah.
You know
okay.
why?
Possums don't do anything.
They don't move very fast. They don't do anything. They just hiss. You grab it by the tail, man. You know what? True story. Do you remember a hurricane we had? It was a light hurricane. I'm gonna say maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah, I should have been here.
Yeah, you were here. You were here. So the hurricane came through, just a little rain, more wind than anything. And I opened up the back door, and we have the swimming pool back there. And I'm watching the rain, and it's coming sideways, man. Dude, the rain is hitting
It always comes.
the side of the house, like directly, not down. It's straight, right?
Yeah.
And I'm watching the rain, and I see a little animal climb down the fence on the other side of the pool. And I'm like, oh, what the heck is that? It's a freaking possum, dude. He jumps in the pool, swims to the other side,
Oh damn!
comes up to the door, and starts clawing on it.
I didn't realize possums were water savvy.
I didn't either. I didn't either.
They're slow as shit crossing the
Yeah.
street though. So
Yeah, dude. No, I
didn't think
shoot it
that
away.
they-
I mean, I felt bad. He wasn't a hurricane, right? But I think, come on, he survived.
They-
He's,
They live outside.
yeah, they live outside.
He does a good
Yeah, so yeah, no. What he did, instead of walking around the pool, he jumped back in it, swam to the other side, climbed on the fence, and went down the fence line.
You know,
Yeah.
Path of least resistance, maybe.
Hey,
Straight line.
yeah, that's true, I suppose. But hey, man, I know we already talked about sports, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but right now, the way things look, who do you think? Who do you think is going to the Super? I can't say that word, to the big game.
The bowl.
Yeah, we'll just call it the bowl.
I've tuned in this season. I haven't
You know-
watched the other teams too much, but you gotta lean towards like Kansas City and those guys. Right?
I don't know, dude. Kansas City.
My team, Seattle. They're
I
not really
think
doing
they're.
very well.
You know what? There's too much of a distraction with that team right now. I'm
Yeah,
not going
they're
to
coming
mention
off
any
of a
names. I'll just say there's too much of a distraction with the.
Oh, what's his dude? Or, his name?
yeah.
Uh,
Whose
Swift.
brother plays on the Eagles? We'll just say that. right? There's too much of a distraction with the Chiefs player whose brother plays on the Eagles.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll go there, but I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah. So not with him specifically, but his personal life with someone.
Well, as long as he's, performing on the field.
And he's performing, but I think there's just too much of a distraction.
Was he the one who got called on that offsides call last game?
I don't know. I didn't watch that one.
And Mahomes got super pissed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Was it him?
I think it was. Yeah.
He had some explaining to do.
Yeah.
About that
So
one.
we'll leave it at that. I'm not leaning towards the Chiefs.
So who's better? Who has a better record? What's the Chiefs' record, and who's better than them right now?
I think what are the Chiefs? Are they 8-5?
Oh, I thought they were a little better than that.
No, I think they have 5 losses. If I'm not
Who's crushing
mistaken.
it right now?
In the AFC or NFC?
Both.
Well, who's crushing it on the NFC is so obvious, dude. The 49ers, dude.
I already
Purdy? Where did he come from?
Yeah, the Niners, they're doing well, aren't they?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
And and the Cowboys are too, right? So they're right there. They're with them. It's going to be one of those two teams. Yeah, I think, and honestly, when it comes down to it, I'm going to have to say I think the Cowboys are going to make it. I mean, dude.
How's Dak doing? Is Dak doing good? I haven't really followed the Cowboys.
Okay,
so...
did you watch that game against the Eagles?
No, I didn't.
Dude,
Was it awesome?
he was putting it on him, man. I mean, I thought Hurts was gonna put the hurt on the cow. No, I mean, it's like he was not even a factor in that game.
Well, they did their
I think I don't remember the exact score, but the Cowboys had like 45 points to like nothing.
Damn. No,
Yeah.
I missed that whole game.
Oh
I
yeah,
haven't been super in tune
Yeah.
with the season. I try to tune in with Seattle,
right.
but what was I just gonna say? Chargers. They just fired their guy, but they're having a shit year though.
They are. That's what.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are. I mean, I thought they were going to be better, but I'm trying to think, man, who on the AFC is kind of sticking out. I mean,
Patriots are doing awful.
yeah, no. I thought the Texans were going to do a lot better,
They're
right?
doing better than they did last year. Right?
Way better than
Did they win
that,
like 2 games last year?
right? If even was it 2?
I think they won 2, and they
Okay.
weren't supposed to win one, so they can get a better draft pick. And they messed that up. And
Hey, we went to that tailgating when that happened. I
Yeah, we
think,
went.
right? Yeah. I remember when we went tailgating last year with Victor, and
Shouts out to Vic.
Vic. We'll call him V1 because there's another Victor who might be the co-host, Victor Garcia.
Oh, are you cheating on Victor? with
No, man, you know the guy too. He used to live at the end of the street.
Oh, at that house?
Yeah,
Oh,
Victor. Yeah,
Victor
that's it. Yeah, so we call him V2.
Oh, okay,
Victor
cool.
2,
Yeah,
Victor
no, I
2.0.
didn't even remember his name. He's
Yeah.
a nice guy.
Yeah, he is. He's awesome, man. He's a good guy.
Yeah, shouts out to Vic.
Yep,
And,
yep.
maybe a little shouts out to Mike.
Yeah, but do you remember that game we went to, the tailgating?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Dude,
A couple of them.
how many Texans jerseys did we see in the parking lot? Very, very
It
few.
wasn't.
It was like, are we in Kansas City or are we in Houston?
supposed to be a home game. It didn't look that. Some of the evidence told us.
Yeah, wow.
Um,
And
That
we-
is one thing that I'll talk a little bit of smack on is Seattle's
Yeah.
tailgating is huge. The fan base for the fan support for the
Yeah.
Hawks is insane. They made an earthquake.
Yeah, I know. I believe it.
It's
I believe
insane.
it.
I've been
That's
in
a
that
that's a
stadium.
loud. You don't want to play in that stadium, man.
I've been to
if you're in
40
home,
games.
if you're
Crazy.
in the playoffs and you have to go to Seattle,
It's insane. You're gonna lose.
you're
man.
gonna lose.
Yeah.
They don't call it the 13th man for nothing.
Hey.
You know what?
12th
You-
man.
12th man. I'm sorry. It should. You know what? I was thinking you should be the 13th because you guys bought the rights from Texas A&M to use the name 12th man. Look it up.
Really?
Look it up.
They had that like patented?
From Texas. They had it
Or
trademarked. They had it trademarked, and they actually gave them. They had to buy permission to use 12th man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it came from Texas A&M. And you know what? I'm not gonna give Texas A&M too many props in this episode because they're playing a number 4 Houston U of H Cougars basketball today. And you know what? That game's probably over. I haven't even checked what the score is, but
You got it. So you're
Yeah,
checking
so
that score.
I'm gonna check the score real quick of the U of H game because
You say you have any money on
I
it?
should have watched. No, I didn't have any money. Not on this one, man.
Oh, come
Oh, U of H won, of course, 70-66, baby.
on. Let's go.
They retained. They're 11-0, and you know what?
Oh, man.
They're still ranked number 4. Texas A&M, I knew it was going to be a tough game.
I
I
never really
knew it
understood
was.
rankings really, but
Yeah, well, you know, it's college rankings. I think the coaches do have their own, and
there's a
the
whole
AP
science.
has their own. Yeah, it's their whole science, just like in football, right? NC
Yeah,
college
I
football.
barely have enough room in my brain to follow the pros.
Yeah.
I don't follow
Whatever,
college.
man. Well, I know you follow them closely because you played football in high
I
school,
did high
right?
school, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What were you, running back?
I was. I was running back and I was a linebacker. I
Nice.
wasn't quite good enough to go play
That's all right,
college.
man.
I got a letter,
Yeah,
and I
as
could have
far as
gone to
I'm
play for
concerned, you're still
some.
an athlete, dude.
I got one letter to go to a really small school,
It's all right.
but
You got to get started
those days are
somewhere,
done.
right?
I'm
I
not
mean,
that
come
good.
on. Come on.
Dude, if I played high school football in
Mhm.
Texas, I wouldn't have seen the field.
Oh,
Maybe third string,
yeah.
senior year,
But
maybe
you,
second string if I did steroids.
oh, come on. Come
Have you
on.
seen these boys?
Yeah.
They're crazy. They look
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Cam Chancellor.
yeah,
And
we
they're
call them
12.
corn-fed. Corn-fed.
Oh, yacked.
Yeah, man. So that's it, man. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, honestly, the Texans, I think they have a future. CJ Stroud, man.
Yeah,
He's legit.
I mean they're on the
They're on
ladder.
the up, yeah, they're on the upward trend, dude.
I don't know. I think they have some time in front of them.
Yeah. Hey, man, have you ever I don't think you ever got to meet this friend of mine. His name is Javier. You had some of the tamales he made.
Javier?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, and he passed away. I don't know if I ever told you that.
Oh
He passed
no.
away not too long ago, recently. Last couple of months.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
Sir. That's
man,
really
it
sad.
was yeah, it hit me pretty hard, man. He's love the guy. I knew him over 20 years. Um, you know,
Yeah, that's sad news. I'm
he-
sure. Sorry to hear that.
yeah, I thought I told you, but I guess I
remember
didn't because I know
Michelle.
you never met him.
No, I
So
didn't. But I remember Michelle. She
yeah,
bought a whole container of tamales off of
awesome
him. Yeah,
tamales,
they were great.
man.
They were great.
Awesome, the best.
Yeah,
Um,
super bummer.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, you know, in honor of him, I'm creating going forward. I mean, of course, I won't give this, you know, this much of a spiel over Javier going forward, but just to give, you know, the viewers, the listeners, some back story to it is Javier. He was different. He had his own personality, his own way of doing things, his own way of thinking, right? I could be on the phone with this guy for hours, man. I would lose track of time. I mean, I'd be on the call with him. I talk to him at least once a week, every week, either Thursday. I know he had dialysis 3, 4 days a week. So I would try not to call him on those days because he's recovering,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It takes a lot out of you. But on the days that I knew he didn't have dialysis, I would call him. And, you know, typically on a Friday after work, I would say, you know what, I'm going to call him. We can chit chat and, you know, I can barbecue, have a few drinks while I'm talking to him. And man,
That's super cool. Friends like that are hard to come by.
yeah, yeah. And he was awesome guy. I'll remember him for the rest of my life. But um, yeah, so his way of thinking and saying things and looking at things, man, it was just like it was the best. I mean, it, funny, right? A little abrasive sometimes, but I think he did that to get the message across, right? So in a lot of ways, you know, he would say things that would make you stop and think, right? So, you know, I want to
Sounds
have a
like he's my
segment.
type of guy.
Dude, he was the best. He was a real bro. Yeah, but
Should we have a refill to
hey,
Javier?
heck
I
yeah.
think
You know
that's
what?
appropriate
I
because
think it is
my drink's
appropriate.
empty.
Yeah. So I want to have a segment on the show that is called Javi the Wise Says, because that's exactly
That's appropriate.
it is. It really is. I mean, if you knew the guy, you would know exactly how this plays into that title of the segment, man. So yeah. So in honor of Javier, going forward, you will always have a seat on this show. You're a permanent guest. As far as I'm concerned, you're a permanent co-host or even a host right next to me.
He's looking down.
Brother.
He's looking down, smiling right now.
Yeah, this is to you, brother. Love you.
Cheers, Ozzy.
Yep.
Yeah, he would appreciate that.
Yeah, I think he would. But anyway, yeah. So moving forward with that, I want to play that, man. I want to do in honor of Javier, right? We're gonna do that. So
You have a song?
no, I don't have a song, but we do have something that I'm gonna do as an intro. You'll hear this in the shows going forward. So here we go.
Javi the Wise
Says, beauty is in the whole of the behinder. Stop and think about that, man.
My mind went into the gutter.
Yeah.
I don't know about yours, but mine did.
But you know what, though? In some perverse kind of way, it makes sense. Beauty is in the whole of the behinder. So, yes.
He might have been onto something.
Thank you for those words of wisdom, Javi. Until next time.
Javi the Wise.
Thank you. Hey, dude. Hey, you know, were we talking about that on the show? Or was it right before we started? I think we were talking about the smoker, right?
Yeah.
Dude, the electric smoker.
Yeah.
I used to frown on an electric smoker. When somebody said, I made this brisket in an electric smoker.
Every
I
Texan
would
in the world
say,
frowns.
Oh, is it
Frowns on-
really a smoked brisket, right?
So good.
But I made that turkey. Oh, this friend of mine named, I won't mention his name because on this show we respect everyone's privacy, right? I won't even mention his gender. That's how much we
Ooh, you going extra.
we
extra
won't
on
mention his gender. That's how far we go. We go above and beyond. So his gender will not be revealed.
that. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, see. Wow. So yeah, the only thing I will say is that his name rhymes with Eric. That's it. So, anyway, he
I still don't know.
swore. See, that's how we are, man. That's how we are.
He swears what?
So he used to swear by a smoker, right?
Oh, I got you.
With everything. And like I said just a minute ago, I don't know about a brisket in an electric smoker, right? But right before Thanksgiving, he asked me if I ever tried a smoked turkey in the electric smoker because we have the same electric smoker, Masterbuilt.
Mhm.
And I told him, no, the only thing I've done in there so far is beef jerky. Did you try some of the beef jerky?
I did.
Okay,
It was
that was
awesome.
good stuff. Yeah, so I told him the only thing I've tried in there is beef jerky, and I haven't tried the turkey. So he said, okay, this is how I do it. I took his method of doing it. I asked him so many questions. I'm sure he was sick of hearing from me on the text messages, man. We went back and forth. I said, okay, how long? What temperature? Okay, so where do I put the thermometer? What rack do you use? Top, middle, or low?
You should have
What?
wrapped it all in one
You
text.
see, I should have, right? But you know, when you see a text coming in that big, are
Kinda
you
true, yeah.
really going to read all of it? You're going to say, "Oh my gosh, let me just get to the good parts," right? So
I'll
if
just
you
close
send them
it and move on.
separately, they're going to read them separately. So that's what I did, and in the end, dude,
Hard to beat. Yeah, you
and
changed me.
I gave you some that I tried. I tried it.
Yeah, you
you know,
changed me.
oh,
I made it a new
man.
thing that I've never done it before, but next year I want to make it a thing where I smoke a turkey every year
Yeah.
because
And
I
what do you
was
have? You have a Traeger, right?
Traeger.
Traeger.
650 Ironwood. I think that's what it was. It's kind of
That's the model.
it's sort of an upscale one. I don't think it's
Okay.
it's not the premium one, but it's
So
like-
you're like in the middle
I
somewhere.
think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's super
yeah.
nice and it can accommodate a turkey.
Yeah, you know what? I remember your wife. She made some ribs in that, and she brought some over. Oh,
Aren't they
I was
great?
surprised they came out of an electric smoker,
It's
well, a
hard to
Traeger,
be it's
right?
hard to be a hater on electric
It
smokers when
is.
things come out. It's
Oh
so good.
man, as long as you get that smoke
I know
flavor,
you're not
right?
loving on it the same, and
No,
that's and there's not as much going into it, but
yeah. I mean, you know why though, right? Because me and my friends, we had a cooking team called X's from Texas. Wait, hold on one second.
you got to put the voice on it.
X's from Texas.
Boy. Anyway, and we use the traditional smoker, right? With the firebox.
Yeah.
You have to keep an eye on the temperature gauge. You
Yeah.
adjust the dampers.
Yeah, sit
There's
there and feed that thing
there's
all
a
day.
yeah, there's a skill to it, right? So when somebody talks about an electric smoker, you're like,
They're like,
but
don't
you know
really
what?
know how to do it.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm a fan.
At the finished product, you can't fight
It's
with
it, man.
you know?
That's it. I mean, you're still doing your Texas dry rub. You're still using your mesquite mixture with either oak
You
or
might be pissing off a lot of people right now.
I might be, but you know what? Hey, come over to my end. You won't be disappointed.
Maybe
Seriously.
they haven't had electric smoker meat in a long time.
Maybe.
Maybe
And
they
you know
need some.
what? For the most part, I think at some of these barbecue places, they probably use electric smokers. People just don't know it.
I would.
I
I'd bet
mean,
money. I'd
yeah.
bet money that they do.
Oh yeah.
You
I
can't
mean,
just do that.
you
every day.
can't.
You
I
can't
mean,
do
who's going to keep an
16
eye on it,
16
right?
briskets a day.
Oh,
and
come
I mean,
on.
however much they smoke, and
Yeah.
you're out there loving on it like that. I don't think so.
No.
They
So
might
I
even-
agree.
Do you think they even do it? No, they need that smoke flavor. I was gonna say.
Yeah,
They do it in
yeah.
the oven, but they don't do that.
You don't get the smoke flavor. See,
Yeah.
now I have another friend whose name I won't mention. And I won't even mention his gender. No, because we don't do that here.
his gender.
No, we won't. We don't do that here. We respect people's privacy, right? So I have another friend, and you may or may not have met him. I don't know. Maybe you can piece this together, but his name rhymes with Mike.
I was gonna say
And-
Schmike, but yeah, okay.
yeah, okay.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So what he does, and I do it on occasion, depending on the weather, right? Is he'll smoke his brisket for maybe like the first 3-4 hours, and then after that, you already have all the smoke you need in the meat. Stick it in the oven. Finish it in the oven.
Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Really? It
Yes.
holds that smoke?
Absolutely. Yeah. You're not going to get any more of a smoke ring or
Okay.
smoke flavor in your meat
After
after
4?
3.5-4 hours.
Oh, no
The
shit, I
first
didn't
the
know
first 4 hours is max. You're never going to get more. So stick it in the oven, let it finish in there, right?
that. Save on pellets.
Not only that, it's consistent. You don't have to keep babysitting it, right? Stick it in the oven at a consistent temperature with a timer. You're good to go. So yeah, I mean, I've
That's
done
a hell
that.
of a secret. I didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, I've done that before too.
Same thing with turkeys. So
You know what's funny that you mentioned the smoked turkey and if it works the same way.
I was gonna ask you for advice on smoking a turkey. Might as well start now.
Yeah, why not, right?
I mean,
Yeah, so what I did is, okay, so I had an order for a smoked turkey from this company, right? And that one came out really good. I had another order for 2 other turkeys from somebody else, and those came out good. The problem is, the one I did for the company, it was the day before Thanksgiving. No problem. The other order was on the day of Thanksgiving. So I wasn't able to make myself a smoked turkey
Oh,
for
man.
Thanksgiving because I could only put 2 turkeys in the electric smoker, right? But here's what I did. They wanted theirs by 3 o'clock on Thanksgiving Day. So I timed it to where I could have it to them by 2:30. And
Okay.
my plan was I'm going to start mine in the oven. And when I take theirs out, I'm going to stick mine in the electric smoker. Well, it didn't. I think if I would have done it the other way around, it would have worked out. If I would have put it in the smoker
I gotcha.
first to get all the smoke in there
Yeah.
and then stuck it in the oven, it would have come out
Yeah.
perfectly.
I
Yeah.
gotcha.
But I couldn't do that.
No, there's always next year.
Yeah, there's
You know,
always
you
next
don't
year.
need an excuse.
I
To
don't.
cook
No.
turkeys. You can go
You can do
Tell
it
you
now.
right,
You
right
can do it
now.
tomorrow.
Let's
Right?
go.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Smoke turkey, electric smoker.
I should do a practice
I
turkey
recommend
before
it.
next year, anyways.
Yeah, why not?
I may might as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
That's my
yeah,
new thing. I'm gonna do it.
absolutely. Hey, yeah, man. I was also gonna bring up, we're doing the show on December 16th, and I don't want to get too much into politics or anything, but do you know what happened 250 years ago? The
Trying to think.
Boston Tea Party.
Was that 250 years ago? Like
Dude,
today?
December 16th, 1773, the Boston Tea Party took place as American colonists dumped British tea into Boston Harbor to protest taxation.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy, man. And
Sure.
what did that lead up to?
I don't know what.
Revolutionary War, man. I mean, that's
Yeah, and then we
independence
won, and
from
where we got free. Yeah,
yeah.
I got you.
So yeah, 3 years later, man, we were our own nation,
I've
right?
seen The Patriot with Mel Gibson.
Yeah, there you go. I've
That's where
seen
I
that
get
one
my
too.
history from.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, man, can you believe
I remember
that?
learning about that though. That's crazy. I didn't know
Yeah,
that it was the anniversary. That's
yeah,
funny.
250 years ago. Wow,
That's just
quarter
weird.
of a millennium. What do you call 1,000 years? I think it's a millennium,
It's a millennium, right? Yeah,
I think.
quarter millennium.
Yeah. Wow.
That's good.
Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, man. So, talking about history, of course, there is no more important history than what? The Bible, right? So,
Sure.
yeah, man. So, I mean, on the show going forward, what I'd like to do is, at least one reading from the Bible, right? So, I think that's what we're going to do right here, man. So, this is the one I came across that is kind of appropriate for what we're kind of experiencing in life right now, man. I mean, okay, so I'm going to do this one from the book of Matthew 24:5, chapter 24, verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. In this day and age, dude, come on. That's kind of appropriate, I think. And
Say it again. What did he say?
for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. So a lot of people out there are claiming to be Christ or Christ-like, right?
Sure. Yeah, I've heard him.
Yeah, hearing the word from Christ. You know, from the outside looking in, how do you know who's real and who's not? Right. That's always hard to prove.
Yeah, I don't have the
Yeah.
actual word.
And I'm not saying I'm not a believer and I don't have faith, but I mean that reading couldn't be more appropriate because there are lots of people who are claiming to be just that, Jesus Christ. So,
Yeah, I know a few folks that claim to be prophets and
oh, you
stuff.
personally know them.
Yeah, well, I went to
Whoa.
school with them.
Oh, got
High
it, got it,
school.
got it.
And this was a long time ago, but
Right.
it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird talking to those people because I
Yeah.
just don't relate and I don't know what they're talking about and I don't
Right.
I don't believe it, but
And
it's crazy.
engaging in a conversation with people like that, I'm not saying it's not good because who knows, right? I mean, I don't know personally, right? But it, that's an easy conversation to get into argument, right?
Oh, easy, yeah.
It's a no-win. It's a no-win.
It's almost guaranteed, I feel like.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I mean, I don't want to look at things as doom and gloom because that's not what we're about, right? But I just want to open people's eyes, and that may be one of the things. I know it's one of the things me as a bro, I think of, right? I look at that, I stop and think, wait a minute, what's real and what's not, right? I mean, okay, so how many religions do we have in the world? Over 400.
I was gonna say I was
Right.
gonna guess like 1,000.
And for me personally, and I don't know if it's true, right? There's someone in the comments, please correct me if I'm wrong, but in my opinion, the reason I think we have that many religions is because they each interpret the Bible a different way. Because if they all interpreted it the same way, wouldn't we all be in the same religion?
Is it? Yeah, but also didn't I hear? I thought I heard somewhere that there was like 1,000 different gods. Is that true?
A lot of those
Or
gods,
I mean,
honestly,
are there
man,
that many?
there might be. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it
I don't
because
know.
India, they
Yeah,
have
that's what
a
I'm saying.
lot of gods,
Yeah, I mean, when you
a
go
bunch
worldwide
of
with it,
them,
there's like
a
1,000 gods, and you're
bunch
like,
of them.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So, what are those idols, right? I don't know if they're. I guess they look at them as gods. That's how they look at them.
I don't read enough to
Yeah.
know about that,
I
but I
mean, to
just
me,
heard that
there's
there
only
was like
one God.
1,000, and I'm like, okay,
Right.
that's a lot of different.
Yeah.
That's a lot of different pages.
That
put
is,
together.
man. And yeah. But you know what? I think a lot of those are put on this earth to not only distract, but to deceive people
Could be.
from the truth.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, and that's not, that still leaves another issue, right? Is how do you know who's telling the truth?
I don't think you
Yeah. I mean, is that left up to us? Or if it's left up to the Bible, which I think it is, which one's the right Bible? Because those 400 religions, they have their own Bible.
did. They've all been interpreted.
Yeah,
Differently.
so-
and, oh my
So
gosh.
I don't know, man. I think that's our life's mission overall. I
It's-
think it is, man. I think we were put on this earth to figure that out.
Do it.
Let's
It's-
do it together.
It's interesting stuff.
Yeah.
And to get those answers would be awesome. But yeah, no, it's hard
Right.
because you have so much information and it's been dissected in 1,000 different ways.
Oh,
How do you find the right info?
right.
That's hard to do.
It is. It really is. Yeah, man.
I
So
can really find the right info trying to write news or trying to read a news article about some current events or something political today. I'm like, is this accurate or is this the wrong
right.
source?
You have to do, but you should always do your own research, right? I
Definitely.
mean, I've learned over the past couple of years, the last 4 or 5 years, really, personally, is that you should always do your own research. Always. Don't ever believe anything any one person says, because I think we each, in our own ways, we all know a lot of stuff, but we're not the experts,
No.
right? I mean, what is that saying? I'm jack of all trades, but the master of none, right? I think as people,
Yeah, you know a little.
that
about a lot.
applies for all of us.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I know it's kind of like I don't want to say it's a downer to end the show, right? Because it really isn't, but it is I think in a lot of ways, it's a way to open your eyes, right? And think deeper. I have another friend. I mean, I'm talking about a lot of bros on this, friends that are mine, right? On this show I'm referring to. But you know what? Every one of you bros has left an impact on me, man. I take a little bit of all of you.
I love it.
And you know what? It's what we're all made of, right? So we can all relate to all this. But he has this joke that he always says. And you know, he has said this joke so many times, and when we're all hanging out, he'll say the joke again. And you know what? He's a bro. So we're gonna entertain it like we haven't heard it.
He
right?
knows it hits, so he's like, I'm gonna snag this punchline one more
Yeah,
time.
I've heard it so many times, man, that I lose the whole storyline before he gets to the punchline, right?
He loves killing.
It's
He loves
but
to
it's the
get laughs.
punchline that I remember, right? I'm not even gonna reveal this friend's gender. Okay, so his joke is something that we've heard over and over, but you know, I'm not gonna mention his gender.
His gender. Okay.
Nope. And I won't. The only thing I'll say is that his name rhymes with Roland. So this old country dog is searching the whole town for his dad. He can't find him anywhere. He can't seem to find him at the park. He can't seem to find him not even his job, right? So as he's walking back home, he comes across this bar, and he says, "You know what? Of all places, I think my dad would be in there." So this old country dog, he walks into the bar, he's looking around, he doesn't see him, so he asks for everyone's attention, and he raises up his arm and says, "Excuse me, but has anyone seen my paw?" Excuse me,
It took me a
but
second.
has anyone seen my paw? Oh, there we go. It took a while. All right. So on that note, I want to thank everyone for watching and tuning in. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel and hit that thumbs up button. It helps to spread the word. And you know what? Before we leave, I do want to thank TJ once again for coming on. short notice. Very much appreciated, sir. And you know what? I have something else for you.
Ooh, presents? I love presents.
All right. In appreciation for you being on the show, sir. I think earlier I mentioned that Devil's River has another whiskey. I couldn't remember the name exactly. I haven't tried this one myself.
Ooh-wee.
It is small batch Texas bourbon whiskey, barrel strength.
Barrel strength. That's what I'm
That's for
talking
you,
about.
brother. Thanks for
For-
coming on short
For
notice.
the folks looking,
Appreciate it, bro.
thank you so much.
Yeah, man, I really do
Anytime.
appreciate it. You helped to make this show a success. I mean, I had fun.
Absolutely.
I
me too.
did.
I'll be on
I did.
anytime.
Anytime, man.
Anytime,
Anytime I'm
special
hanging
guests.
out with bros, talking bro stuff.
I'm across the street. Let's go.
Dude, anytime any of you need some bro therapy, or if you ladies want to get an inside look into all things bro, please continue to watch our episodes. Okay, subscribe to the channel, give us that thumbs up, and spread the word. Okay, so wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We are looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. So until then, on your mark, get set, bro.